Yeah. And how the Eagles broke my heart.
Yeah, no matter how bad I'm feeling, there's a country guy that's singing about it and feeling way worse than me. And that gives me joy a lot of the times.
Nice. Way to bring it full circle.
Taylor Swift sits comfortably in a leather chair in Travis Kelce's recording studio, a big smile on her face as she takes the microphone in front of her. This is her first appearance on New Heights, the podcast co-hosted by Travis and his brother, Jason Kelce. I've been waiting for this for a long time, Taylor begins with excitement, her eyes sparkling as she looks over at Travis, who is laughing happily beside her. I've been listening to this podcast for a long time, but I never thought I'd be an official guest. This feels really cool. Travis laughs, shaking his head proudly. I didn't think I'd get Taylor Swift on my podcast either. It feels like I just scored a touchdown, Jason Kelce interjects sarcastically. I was wondering if Taylor would be up for answering these funny questions. Taylor raises her eyebrows and laughs. Oh, cool. I guess that's a challenge for me. The conversation continued, with questions about Taylor's life, career, and memorable moments at the stadium cheering for Travis. Taylor shared that she enjoyed stepping into the world of sports, where she had previously only been a spectator from afar. When I attended those games, I realized that there are a lot of similarities between a concert and a football game. They are both emotional moments where everyone is united by a common passion, Taylor said excitedly. Travis looked at her proudly. I like the way you look at football, and I'm learning about music from you, too. Jason then went straight to the point when he asked Travis and Taylor, Hey, Travis, have you thought about getting down on one knee? Travis immediately burst out laughing, while Taylor, who was sitting next to him in the studio, just smiled softly, but couldn't hide her happiness. The famous singer looked at her boyfriend as if waiting for his answer. Travis shrugged, put his hand on his chin, pretending to think, then replied, Dude, are you trying to trap me? Is this a sports podcast or a dating show? The whole room burst into laughter, but no one could deny that Travis and Taylor had a sweet love between them. Jason, not letting go, continued to ask, Hey bro, if you need someone to be the groomsman, my kids are always ready for the job. Taylor covered her mouth and laughed, while Travis just shook his head, but his eyes were filled with joy. Although no definite answer was given, the moment gave fans more confidence that their big day might not be far away. The chat was filled with laughter, comfort, and interesting stories from both. At the end, Taylor did not forget to thank them. This is definitely one of my favorite podcast appearances. Thank you for giving me a great experience. Travis winked playfully. Does that mean you'll come back again? Taylor smiled brightly. Absolutely, Jason shouted. What? You guys are witnesses. See you next time. Andy Reid praised Taylor Swift for handling the effects of her relationship with Travis Kelce. Since making their relationship public in September of 2023, Swift and Kelce have been constantly in the limelight and grabbing headlines. However, not all the publicity on their romance has been good, as the pop star became a target for fans supporting Kelce's rivals. The latest example came in the Super Bowl when Swift got mercilessly booed by Eagles fans while featured on the Jumbotron. Speaking to NBC's Mike Florio and Chris Sims, Reid raved about Swift's attitude toward the backlash. She's a good girl. She handles that whole thing the right way. That's a tough deal, Reid said of Swift, but she does a great job of handling it. Kelce, I think, does a great job of handling it. Reid also praised Swift and noted how her fellow wags have all gone through the same situation. She's part of the team like the other girlfriends and wives, Reid added. They're part of it. That's all part of the process. Despite what some fans think, Swift's presence at Chiefs games has proven beneficial to the team and the league. A recent report stated that Swift generated $992,361,900 for the NFL in less than 2 years. The hitmaker has been to 22 games since dating the tight end. As a result, Swift's cult-like fan base flooded into the NFL's viewership and attendance, hoping to get a glimpse of their idol. In a statement, the NFL's Senior Vice President for Social Influencer and Content Marketing, Ian Trombetta, said the league's social media consumption saw a spike among women aged 13 to 24. Swift was most recently seen at the VIP suite at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans for the Super Bowl showdown between Kansas City and Philadelphia. The Kansas City Chiefs anticipate that Travis Kelce, the future Hall of Fame tight end, will play next season, General Manager Brett Veach said Tuesday. "We're just operating as if he's here," Veach said of Kelce at the NFL scouting combine. He had a good conversation with Coach Andy Reid at the end of the year, and his intention is to finish out this contract. "We're just focused on our offseason plan. He's here, and we're excited and looking forward to having him back." If Kelce indeed stays with the team, the Chiefs' 2025 season could be the last of his illustrious career. Kelce's contract, which runs through next season, includes an $11.5 million roster bonus due March 15th, according to Over the Cap. NFL free agency begins March 10th. When Kelce signed his 2-year deal last year, making him the league's highest paid tight end, it was the first indication that he could retire after the 2025 season. Kelce has had one of the best careers for a tight end in NFL history. He is third all-time in career receptions, 1,047, and receiving yards, 12,651, and fifth all-time in career receiving touchdowns, 77. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes and Kelce have connected on 17 postseason touchdowns, the most by any duo in NFL history. 2 days after the Chiefs' blowout loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59, Kelce revealed on the New Heights podcast, which he co-hosts with his brother and former Eagles center Jason Kelce, that he was contemplating retirement. The reason he shared the information was in part because Kelce, since 2018, has played in 21 playoff games, more than a full season's worth of additional games. As a core, essential member of the Chiefs dynasty, which includes 5 trips to the Super Bowl and 3 victories, that process can be grueling, Kelce said. It can weigh on you. It can make you better, and it could drive you crazy at the same time. Right now, it's one of those things where it was kind of driving me crazy this year, and I think that it happens as you tail off toward the back 9 of your career. As Scott Van Pelt would say, as you see yourself not feel that you have the success that you once used to have, man, it's a tough pill to swallow. And then on top of that, to not be there in the biggest moments, knowing your team's counting on you, man, those are all extremely hard things too. It's just a tough reality. I think I'm going to take some time to figure it out. And I think I owe it to my teammates that if I do come back, that it's going to be something that is a wholehearted decision. I'm not half-assing it, and I'm fully here for them. I think I could play. It's just whether or not I'm as motivated or it's the best decision for me as a man, as a human, as a person to take on all that responsibility. Kelce finished Super Bowl 59 with just 4 receptions on 6 targets for 39 yards. The game was the first time in his career that he was held without a reception in the first half of a postseason game. Kelce also passed Hall of Fame receiver Jerry Rice for most career Super Bowl receptions. However, Mahomes never got in rhythm against the Eagles. The Philadelphia defense dominated the line of scrimmage, exploiting the Chiefs' biggest weakness, their offensive line. The Eagles' 4-man pass rush generated 16 pressures and sacked Mahomes 6 times, the most in his career. Reid, as he did with each player, held an exit interview with Kelce at the team's training facility 2 days after the Super Bowl. Reid's advice to Kelce was simple at this: